Hey, what's up guys? This is Jason with Jadren Aquatics. How is everyone doing? So I just wanted to give you a quick update. We're not going to go around fish tank by fish tank, but I just want to show you some of the things that are happening in the fish room, some of the things that have changed, some of the things that are a little bit different. But I know right now you're looking at me going, Jason, what is that thing on your head? You've never wore a hat. Well, you know what? I don't ever wear a hat, but I just bought this hat. And I know, Michael, if you're watching, you're thinking, that is not a hat. That is a piece of trash. That's because Michael cannot stand this soccer team, this hat that I'm wearing. So, Jason, why are you wearing this so-called hat? Well, you see, this is why. So, today is Wednesday. Tomorrow morning is Thursday. You know how it's weird how that works? You look at the calendar, Wednesday, then Thursday. Yeah. Okay, so Thursday is tomorrow at 6:30 in the morning. My wife and my youngest son and I, we leave on a youth trip with a church that we help out with the youth. We are actually going to Corpus Christi. The youth pastor's sister has a house on the river, and so we can set up there, we can do worship, so on and so forth. So, you're like, Jason, what does this have to do with the hat? I'm getting to it. Calm down. The hat. So the reason that I'm wearing the hat, and I just bought the hat, is because my wife will get behind me and she'll scratch my back and she'll scratch my head and she'll begin to tell me, you're beginning to lose hair. And I deny it, and I deny it. So she takes her camera and she takes pictures of it and she shows me. So, okay, so apparently I'm losing a little bit of hair up there. So I figured since I'm losing some hair up there, I probably don't want to expose my cranium to 100-degree heat while we're down in Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi is down south, one of the, what do you call it, Jason? One of the beaches in Texas that's off the Gulf of Mexico. Not your beautiful Florida beaches, but your so-so Texas beaches. So that's why I'm wearing the hat. I'm trying to get used to it because I know if you don't wear a hat very often, it hurts the way it pulls on your hair. So that's why I got this sucker on right now. So let's move on. Oh no! I got one more story to tell. Oh, this is a doozy. And this one's embarrassing. So I'm 40-something years old. I can't ever remember. And I've never done this before, except maybe when I was a little kid. I don't know. Maybe as a little kid I probably did it at that time. So it has been a crazy week. I mean crazy. Work has been insane. I've been trying to get everything done and get caught up and getting everything ready for when we go on this trip this weekend and making sure everything's done, and I got a lesson I got to teach and I got to prepare that. So things have been crazy. So one morning I woke up kind of late, so I kind of had to hurry to get on into work, pretty much like every other morning. And it's semi-dark, but it's not dark. So I get my clothes on, I get my shoes on, get them tied, head on to work. Get to work, I'm working, and it's about 15 minutes till 12, and it's almost time for lunch. So I'm having to move some boxes around. So I reach down to grab a box, and I look at my shoes, and my shoes don't match. Yes, that's right, my shoes didn't match. Now granted, they were both gray on top, but my shoes didn't match. Holy mackerel, can you talk about the most embarrassing moment of my life? And I already had a customer in earlier that I helped carry stuff up to the car, and he was nice enough not to tell me that my shoes didn't match. Oh my goodness gracious. So my wife just happened to be there because she was going to lunch with us, and she laughed, and she laughed, and she laughed. Then she laughed some more, and then she texted my son and told him, and he laughed, and my daughter-in-law laughed, my son laughed, everyone thought it was a humongous joke that Jason did not have matching shoes on. So that's my funny story of the week. Let me hear your funny story so I don't feel like I'm the idiot. Okay, so let's go ahead and go around. Let me show you some of the new things that are going on. When you respond to this video, I'm probably not going to be able to respond because I probably won't have my phone most of the time. It'll probably be Sunday before I ever get a chance to respond, and I'm not sure when I'm going to post this video, but I'll post it while I'm gone. So on, let's move on, let's go. Alright, so first thing let's talk about here, I've got the first shelf built. If you guys remember, this is going to be the triple decker for the 40-gallon breeders. got it all put together, got it all built, got it all painted. And if you guys do not know that currently right now Pleco is having their $1 per gallon fish tank sale, which is what I've been waiting for. I'm really surprised it came this early. I didn't really expect it. I figured I'd have to wait a month or so. Their sales last for about a month, so sometimes it can be between 2 months before the next sale. So the 10 gallons, the 20 gallon longs, 20 gallon highs, and the 29 gallon, those are all $1 per gallon. The 55s, the 40 breeders, and the 75s, which I've never seen in a Pleco before, those are half off. So the 40s that are normally $100 are now $50. So if we look out here in the garage, you can see so far I've got 2 of them. I've got one that's already painted, and I got one that I just picked up, and I think I'm fixing to run to Pleco and get another one, because the object is to have 6. I'm gonna build another one of these stands, have these stands side by side, so we'll have 6 40-gallon tanks. Okay, so next update. So these 3 20-gallon highs, if you look back in the back here, I now have all of these plumbed up so that they have an overflow built into them now. So I don't have it a dripper on it yet to get water to it, but I do have them all drilled and they're all hooked up to the drain. We'll look at the drain back here in the back. This is the brand new drain pipe that I put in. I did it a little bit differently, but if you look back here in the back, you can see that I've got all the drains hooked up. They all drain into a single pipe, and that single pipe has 2 45s on it that go down into the drain pipe. Okay, and so let's go back to this 20 gallon. Okay, so this is my first sort of attempt at aquascaping. So I actually took some of the plants that you guys have sent me and got them planted in here. Got the fluval stratum a little bit deeper in the bottom, so I would have some actual soil to get these planted into. I know, it's just kind of thrown together, and you can see I've already got some floating, so I sort of know what I'm doing. I'm sort of learning, but I'm actually excited. I'm starting to have thoughts of CO2 and fertilizers and all the good stuff that goes along with it. So there is my first attempt at aquascaping. You can see some of the other tanks. I've still got some of the plants kind of up at the top that I haven't moved into it. Since I'm going to do the 40 breeders, a lot of these plants that are kind of just floating in here are going to get moved into that tank. All right, so let's move on. Okay, so the next update here is on the 20-gallon long Staraby Cory tank. Again, I'll be moving these into the 40. I went ahead and removed them from that small container that I had, and I put them in a breeder box. For now, I took one of the nylon socks that someone had given the idea, I can't remember who it was, but thank you, wrapped it around there, put some sand and stuff at the bottom, put some Java moss in there, and all the guys that are in there are doing good. You can see them swimming around. I'm gonna leave them in there for probably a month or so until they're big enough to release in the tank. So this is just kind of a temporary setup. I did buy one of these Marina breeder boxes. It just came in today, so I've just barely opened it. So I'm not 100% sure exactly how it works yet, but I'm gonna work on getting that set up also. All right, next tank to update you on is the tank where I am breeding the mystery snails. Yeah, you can see a lot of these egg sacs down here that have fallen. Most of them were empty. There's a few in there that had fallen and I didn't get them out in time. But if you look along the edges of the glass, you will see that I have 1 million babies. We've got baby snails everywhere. And if you look up here, there's still plenty of egg sacs. You kind of can't, there's some on the edges, and there's some back there in the back. So we got plenty of those. And if you're wondering what that stuff is there in the middle, that is snail, what do they call it? Snail jello, snail gel. Something I saw and concocted myself. It's got a lot of calcium in it, so I got that in there. But again, man, you can see there are baby snails absolutely everywhere. So these things are breeding like crazy, laying eggs like crazy, and we've got tons and tons of babies. So I'm excited about this tank. We're about to be absolutely overrun with mystery snails. Okay, so here we are at the dwarf puffer, the pea puffer tank. You guys remember that I bought 3 of these pea puffers. These guys are doing great. As you can see, they are fat and plump. And if you take a look at their tank now, I've basically, every time I've been cleaning out a tank, I've been taking every single snail that I can catch and throwing them in here. So these things guys got thousands of snails in here right now. Probably to the point they're probably going to start reproducing so that they won't even be able to actually keep up with it. The third puffer is up there in the corner. I don't know if you can see him. He is hunting that snail currently up there in the corner. So just want to give you an update there on the pea puffer tank. See, everything's going great in here. These guys are fat, healthy, and happy. Okay, so here we are in one of the upper tanks. This one has my super reds in it. Get a look at that guy. See how just beautiful red he is. Just gorgeous. And here's Daddy over here in the corner. Also got some red sailfin Venezuela cories in here. And then I've also got the dwarf wormies. But what I wanted to show you in this tank, if I can, is that the super reds had some fry. How many they have, I'm not exactly sure. See if you guys can actually pick him up there. I think I've seen about 4 or 5 at a time, so I'm not sure. I'm sure probably some of the gouramis picked them off. I need to start paying a better attention to this tank so I can start getting these guys removed, because I really, really want to get these guys breeding, because again, man, the color on these super reds is just beautiful. And I think they bred really, really easy because I got them up here in this tank that's really high. This tank I can't reach without stepping on a step stool. So I think them not being bothered all the time by seeing me walking by has made them want to breed more often. So got some fry from these guys. So that is part of the update that is happening with this tank. So there you have it, lots of things going on, Be sure to leave a comment down below if you've got something to say. Remember, again, I won't see this video until later, so I'm not sure when I'll be able to comment on your comment. But I appreciate each and every one of you. If you guys have never subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down there somewhere. And thanks again, guys, and God bless.